Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the Million Dollar Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for less than $9 a month, information is available in the description below. Before we make a start, let's have a quick look at the heat map close of play on Friday. We can see here many sectors were significantly down, especially energy on the right, with all oil stocks significantly down. Gas was also down in price. Communications sector is down, with Google going down. Amazon was down. Tesla is actually doing reasonably well. Technology was also down, but healthcare is showing strong signs, and also consumer defense. Let's start by having a look at a recent post from John Berder, and this is in response to the Securities and Exchange Council, who posted on February 16th, and the response here states maybe they should also extend their investigation into June the 21st, when the OCC approved options on TRKA, then instructed market makers but no one else that they were going to require settlement of the dividend and try to get it to a preference trade against the company wishes. A reply would be nice. Yes, it would be nice, but you're not going to get a reply. I think the SEC and FINRA will certainly implicate themselves if they reply, but good luck on this question. The next shout out I'd like to give is to Pro Street Art, and if you check out his post here, he's looking at an updated chart with regard to NextBridge, Hydrocarbons, CUSIPs, and potentially fake CUSIPs. So he's got all the brokers here, but what we can see is there seems to be a pattern here of common CUSIPs now appearing. We need to sort of have a look at this and see why this is happening. So he is looking at a new video to cover this, and also adding in speculation, so go ahead and check that channel out. And the next post from Tony Twits here I think is certainly very interesting, and he's asked the question on ChatGPT. So the next shout out here is to Tony Twits, who's posted a very interesting question on ChatGPT. So let's have a look at this question and the response provided. So the question here, first of all, if a FINRA employee or director issues a FINRA halt trading for personal reasons, and FINRA receives thousands of complaints about unethical behaviour, but FINRA refuses to communicate with the public, and is later found that the employee or director acted illegally, is FINRA then complicit in the illegal activity, and what could be the consequences? So I think this question is potentially a question about the truth. It's a question about what has actually happened. Certainly FINRA are not responding. Certainly FINRA, if they had nothing to hide, they would come out and say, look, this is what we did, this is why we did it, and these are the reasons. But as far as FINRA are concerned, it's just basically no response, no statement, no explanation, nothing. So let's have a look at the response here. So it states here, if FINRA employee or director were to misuse their authority to halt trading for personal reasons and engage in illegal activity, and FINRA received thousands of complaints but failed to take appropriate action, it could be potentially viewed as complicit in the illegal activity. And it also states here, later found that the director or the employee had acted illegally, FINRA could potentially face legal and regulatory consequences, including fines, sanctions, or even legal action. And at the bottom it says, ultimately consequences for FINRA would depend on specific facts as well as laws, and it would be up to the lawmakers, regulators to decide the appropriate course of action. But if you remember in Rosa's case, what FINRA said is this has got nothing to do with the court, we are self-regulatory, we have absolute immunity. But apparently that was a lie, and they don't have absolute immunity. They are certainly accountable under the law, just like all of us. So before we make a start on TRKA, let's have a quick reminder of where we are up to in terms of our coordinated 7-day plan of action. So we are currently on number 6, which is complaining to media outlets. So the post I shared earlier today was with regard to doing this and putting this into action, and I've shared a link here for putting your message across to CNN, so go ahead and check that out. Let's now start by having a look at ticker symbol TRKA, also known as Troika Media Group Incorporated. So we're going to start by having a quick look at the profile. So this is a marketing services company which leverages data and technology to deliver integrated branding, marketing, media and analytic solutions. It also offers additional service such as innovation and technology. It's headquartered in New York and was founded in 2003. So we're now going to have a look at the chart for close of play Friday and also for the previous 5 days. So it was up in excess of 10% on the week. It was also up in excess of 15% in the aftermarket close of play on Friday. It did finish down 4% on the Friday at 22 cents, and I think it was up at 26 cents. So why are we actually having a look at TRKA and what have been the recent developments? I'm now going to move on to have a look at the company search results with regard to filings. So if we typed in TRKA, the two filings that I'm interested in are at the top. February the 17th, registration withdrawal request 1 and registration withdrawal request 2. So let's have a look at these documents. So the first one here is dated February the 17th, 2023, and we can see here for the company there is a request to withdraw registration statement on Form S1. So this was originally filed with the Commission on May the 6th, 2022. And now let's have a look at the other one. So the other one also has got the same date, same request to withdraw registration statement on Form S1. This is one that has a different date in terms of the original filing, and this is from originally commissioned on April the 4th, 2022. So what does this mean and why is this likely to be good news? So what this basically means, the company have officially asked for these filings to be removed. Both of them are now no longer applicable, and in terms of what this potentially means for investors is the company are no longer will be able to have the option to dilute. So this is actually great news. It also is a strong sign that the company has got confidence in their stock going forward. Potentially, if those two filings remained, they could have diluted, and that dilution normally reduces the value of the price and is seen as a negative in terms of the market. So this is great news and also an indication that the company have got great confidence going forward. So potentially could be a catalyst, could be something coming up in terms of an indication that the stock is going to go up. But again, we will have to wait and see. Let's now have a look at 13 potential catalysts for TRKA. So starting here with number 1, buyback deal is finalized. Number 2, record earnings. We're going to have a look at those shortly as well. So number 3, due to high growth rate in the sales figures, management received bonuses, payments. So that's strong in terms of their incentive for the company to do well. There is a high amount of insider ownership. We're going to have a look at that as well. TRKA is also among the top 20 US advertising companies. Significantly undervalued for number 6, definitely believe that, but the news that we've just seen from February the 17th means the company has got a solid and strong future ahead, and the company have indicated they do not need any public offerings or dilution, so that is good news. Peter Coates, who is the owner of Bet365, has also invested significantly in TRKA. Insiders also previously invested in the stock at $2 and $4. We know it's currently trading around about $22 cents and 26 cents after the post market on Friday. So obviously certainly seems to be significantly undervalued. Number 9, the management obviously are good people, already built up other companies, so they have a great reputation. Number 10, significantly relatively unknown. Not many people are aware of the potential, so what that also indicates is could be a good time to get in now, especially before it's gone up quite significantly. But again, obviously do your own due diligence, not financial advice. Number of watchers on StockTwits is increasing. It is starting to trend. Growth of sales has seemed to be constant if you check the financials, and they also look like they have significant contractors which include Apple and Amazon. So great list of catalysts here. If we now have a look at Fintel short squeeze score, we can see that TRKA is ranked at number 16 out of 4,993 stocks for a short squeeze. So again, remember, this is no guarantee, but it is an indication, with a score of 93.48. So in terms of the institutional owners, we can see here the data going up from the 4th, 13th, 14th and 15th of February 2022. There is much more green. Significant insider buys, institutional buys. We can see one there for 2.6 million from Altium Capital Management, and another one for 1.6 million on the 14th of February from SG3 Management. Very few sales, so again, strong indication of confidence there. Now if we have a look at the insider latest transactions, we can see it's all green. There have been no insiders selling, so they're all purchases, and they're all purchases here for significantly higher prices. So have a look at the short borrow fees here. If we compare the 6th of February 2022, it was costing the shorts approximately 22.98% to borrow, but it's gone up significantly. It's now 59.4% to borrow, so certainly becoming much more expensive for the shorts to borrow. And then finally, let's have a look at the recent financials. So we can see here, dated November the 14th, 2022, the group have reported record revenue of $120 million and adjusted EBITDA of $10.1 million for a quarter ended September 30th, and it's also adds additional debt to the board of directors. So they've obviously appointed a significant amount of experience. Then final thing I'd like to add on for TRKA is the next quarterly financials are due. We don't apparently we don't have a date, but it could be any time. And if we look at the previous financials here, we could be on track for again another earnings beat, which would be very significant going forward. So one to keep an eye on. I'd like to finish off by giving a quick shout out to our weekly watch list. Some of the stocks that we called out this week, including some subsipient stocks such as SB, FROASC and also DHT, which had some excellent recent earnings. So if you'd like to get the next weekly watch list where we call out stocks such as TRKA as well as others, you can certainly join us for less than $9 a month. Details are in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.